So, what is the value of PTA? We are often asked, why PTA? I want you to think of these three things. We're not going to spend a lot of time on them, but they should become part of what you say about PTA when you teach your membership chairs and what they need to say as well. Let's start with advocacy. We are so excited to again reach the 500,000 membership threshold. We knew we needed to go into the legislative session with over 500,000 members behind our priorities. We also learned that having members helps, but having their active voice helps even more. We have not only increased membership, but we've increased the power behind our organization. Action alerts make a huge difference. When we asked for signatures for the STAR test fix, we had 13,342. And you can see in the picture on the bottom right, Sherry Doss, our Texas PTA president, handing over those signatures to our legislators. When we asked for members to contact the calendar committee to stop HB 281, those committee members received 11,000 emails each. We are part of an organization that truly makes a difference. Our communities want to be part of an association that makes that difference, and that's us. Because we are part of Texas and National PTA, we have access to tools and resources to give you, your council, and your local leaders the ability to not only help those running our association, but to help all children. From programs like Reflections and National School of Excellence, to our trainings and trainers, the guides we offer, your FSRs, all of those things are part of why being a PTA is important. In 1896, what did Texas look like? What opportunities did mothers have to grow as leaders? Mothers clubs, then later PTAs, became one of the first places women could go to gain leadership and work skills and advocate for our children. In the early 1900s, PTA worked to advocate for the women's division of the Department of Labor, women's suffrage, and minimum wage law for women. PTA moms were given skills and allowed to be a voice and grow as leaders. Fast forward to today. Anyone can sit down at a computer and search for leadership topics. Thousands of wonderful books have been written on the subject, but PTA is still the place that grows leaders. Everyone, moms, dads, grandparents, community members, men, women, students, all have the opportunity to not only learn leadership skills, but they get to use them. So, what do you need to know to get going? Let's go back to the questions. Do you feel your council makes a difference in local membership numbers? Yes and no, and why? Are some of the things you wrote down different or changed because of some of the things I've said in part one of the presentation? And what specifically has your council done to help locals increase membership? Has your council done things with advocacy? Has your council done family engagement? What specifically has your council done? You can keep adding to this list as we go on, and maybe you've already been adding after the first part of the workshop. So let's talk about increasing membership as a council leader. We're going to talk about working with data, setting goals, training, communicating, showing enthusiasm for membership, recognizing successes, working that deep and wide pool, and hosting a council membership program. So let's talk about data. I hope you have access to the Google roster. If you don't, you can come back to this PowerPoint and click on the link. The links are also available on the Texas PTA Council President Facebook page. You also need to teach your locals to use the local roster. If you are not using the data, you cannot know where you've been, and you do not know where you need to go. You need to analyze your membership history and monitor the current progress of your local PTAs. And you need to teach your membership chair how to do the same. Feel free to download this spreadsheet onto your own Google Sheet or your own Excel sheet. Get started by analyzing the numbers carefully. It's important to share the numbers with the local leaders. If they don't know their membership history, it's hard for them to grow as well. The data is vital, and without it, you don't know what to do. Here is a snippet of a local roster. I picked my council because I knew it had all types of PTAs on there. So look at it for a few minutes and think about what are some things you can do with this data. Sorry, excuse me. So what are some things you see? You can see many of them have an increase. You can see that some are really far away from where they've been over the last couple of years. And you can see that some are close to where they should be. One PTA is 26 members away from an increase. It's important to find those things so you can help encourage them to get to that level. Setting goals provides direction, facilitates planning, motivates you and your local PTA, and helps you evaluate and celebrate progress. I'm so sorry. As the council membership leader, it's important to set council membership goals along with the rest of your goals. They could be things like a membership increase for each local PTA, a 5-year membership high for each local PTA, a voice for every child, 100% faculty or 100% of local PTAs earning the golden apple. It might be a number like 21,676 members. It might be a percent increase, 5%. It could be something you do like send thank you notes and membership cards to each member, or award local PTAs achieving council membership goals at an awards banquet. Those are all goals that have to do with membership. Rewarding a local PTA that helps achieve these established goals makes your local leaders feel appreciated and helps them understand the importance of their own membership growth. It also gives you, the council membership leader, a way to model the best practices and encourage your local PTAs to work on their membership goals. So you might want to review the Texas PTA Membership Awards. I keep my list handy next to my computer, and set goals for your units or your council based on those. Decide where you are and where you want to be. Go back to that data. Share your goals with everyone. Share them with your local unit presidents, with your membership, with your principals. Think about the incentives for your local PTAs that meet that goal. An award, a recognition, a celebration, a party. And think about strategies that will help you reach the goal. So for example, ask your superintendent to offer a Jeans Pass to every campus that has 100% staff membership. So once you know where you are as a council, set that stretch goal. So think about what council goals you can have and what council goals you have found to be successful. Communicate often. It's one of the biggest things I found that made a difference when I became the acting council membership chair. I communicated with my locals all the time. I sent them updates. At the time, they didn't have the local roster, so I kept a spreadsheet showing their membership. I included many trainings, FAQs. The biggest piece of advice and most important piece I've ever gotten was that if 2 people ask you the same question, more people want to know the answer. And I would send it out. Important dates, and tell them what they should be doing now. You should be mailing off your membership to Texas PTA. You need to be setting your local goals. You need to be sending membership cards out. Whatever it is, Help them, let them know what they need to be doing. And be timely in your communications. Back to school in the beginning of the year means more frequent contact because more things are going on. But don't stop sending communication at that time. Keep going all year. Importance of year-round membership. Sometimes make sure you contact your locals individually. Let them know where they are, what they need for an increase, what they need for the President's Challenge, some ideas to help them, or some excitement and congratulate them for reaching a goal or earning an award. And don't forget to copy your council board periodically too. Membership is everyone's job, and they need to know what's going on. Use your Facebook groups, your email, and don't forget phone calls to help communicate with them. But you also need to recognize their successes. We can't just tell them to do something and tell them to do something and tell them to do something and not reward them. We want them to know how important their success is to us. You can be creative. It doesn't have to be expensive. We have units that give out M&Ms for magnificent and marvelous. Share a list of units that have achieved a goal or the Texas PTA Awards. So each month, when they see it on their local roster, you can post it on your council Facebook page. Congratulations to these PTAs for earning the Head Start Award, the Early Bird Award, or whatever it is. Share, share, share. Brag, brag, brag. Brag on the local PTAs, on social media, in your reports to your council, at your delegate meetings, and invite the district to share those successes on their social media. When you have a unit that hits a Voice for Every Child Platinum, then make sure your district is helping you by publicizing that. And something I feel is important is to show enthusiasm. You are the face of membership. I'm the face of membership at Texas PTA. Talk about the value PTA can bring to the community, not just at council functions, but throughout the community. Plano goes to the Plano Balloon Festival and has time to talk about the value PTA can bring. Make membership prominent at your council functions. There should never be a council executive board meeting, a delegate meeting, or an event where membership isn't prominent. And be the biggest cheerleaders for your locals. I don't mean you have to have your pom-poms out, but you need to be the one cheering them on to get to that next step. Share inspiring membership stories in your council newsletter. Run membership messages regularly on social media and ask people outside the school to join. Encourage the use of joinpta.org so your council can have a way to promote membership right there in the community. Have cards printed with instructions so you're out in the community. Anyone can join right there on their device, but your unit needs to be on Join PTA. And work the deep and wide pool. At launch, I'm going to sing a song to all our council membership chairs, or CMs, as I like to call them. And it's deep and wide. Deep and wide, deep and wide. Membership is flowing deep and wide. And that's your job. You need to work the deep and wide pool. You are out there talking to the businesses in your community. You're out there talking to the civic and community groups. You're working on family engagement. You're talking about the value of PTA. And you're going to have a sponsorship or council membership program. If you do not already have one, we will work on that in August. The council can assist with all of these things. You can help with all the things we've talked about in part 1 of this session. If you do not have a council membership campaign, it's a great time to start. Here are some successful programs. Richardson ISD Council of PTAs, this membership year, the one we're finishing up, had 1,943 memberships from 115 people. Let's look at the calculator. What is the average of that? 1943 divided by 115. That is 16.9 memberships a person on average? Think about getting 115 people to go join 16 of your PTAs. Low-hanging fruit. Round Rock had 872 memberships from 80 people. Let's see what that comes out to be. That's almost 11 memberships per person. Wiley had 672 memberships from 61 people. Plano had 505 memberships from 39 people. Frisco had 397 memberships from 31 people. And Northeast had 349 memberships from 29 people. I'm planning a lunch and learn in August to talk about council programs. It is important that we have a representative from every council to be there to talk about it, whether you have a program or not. Here's some examples of some forms. They're not exactly, I don't know if they're this year's, but this is what council membership forms look like. Usually you can join entire campuses, entire feeder patterns, or all of your campuses in your council. Frisco's is only online. That's the one on the right. So let's talk a few minutes about council membership awards. Your council gets to earn awards for membership. These were given at Lone Star Weekend. So when you're setting your council goals and you're helping your units understand, you want to make sure that everyone knows as a council we get awards too. So there are some awards that are based on local membership successes. The Every Member Council Award is presented to the Council of PTAs that inspires the most locals to increase membership over last year. Sapphire is 50% of your locals, Ruby 75%, and Diamond 100%. We are so excited that this year, Clear Creek Community Council is a Diamond, Every Member Counts, and last year, Comal ISD Council was a Diamond, Every Member Counts. It's something every council should strive for. We have the local 3-year high. The award is presented to councils that inspire a percentage of their locals to be at a 3-year high, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. We have the Council Golden Apple. The award is presented to councils that in their CAR, your council activity report 100% of your district level administrators, and your trustees are members of at least one PTA. But we also have awards based on the overall council membership numbers. This is where your units together can help as a council, and your council should help your units. We want your council to have an increase. We want your council to be at the highest they have for the past 3 or more years. So if you are at your 3-year high, your 4-year high, your 8-year high. We also have the council reaching high, which is a membership growth for consecutive years, 3 or more. So we want you to keep growing, and we're going to award you for every year you keep growing after the 3 years. And of course, our Council Voice for Every Child Awards. We have 4 levels: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Your council can assist with all the things we talked about at the beginning of the session. Go to your business leaders, reach out to your community, help your campus increase family engagement through the national standards of Family School Partnership. Talk about the value of PTA. And of course, you can be the one out there getting the members for your locals. So you can make a difference. I hope you've learned that your council can make a huge difference in local membership numbers. It's your job as the council president and to help your council membership chair to do this. Talk to businesses, talk to your locals, encourage your locals, but you as a council can make a difference. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you sharing these 2 sessions with me. If you have any questions, you can always contact me at vpm@txpta.org, and I will be happy to get back to you.